Hey guys, welcome back to Chillin and
Chismeando.
I'm Yaya.
And I'm B.
Hey.
And we're back. Episode 9.
Ooh, we're almost there.
We actually lied to you guys in the last episode. We said we were going to have 2 people today. And it didn't happen.
We did. They're still coming, but yeah, you know what?
We need to be more prepared.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Y'all still watching.
If you made it this far, you know we lie.
Yeah, like we ain't real.
I know, right?
Honestly, guys, we've just been super busy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just feel like we've been extra busy. I've been all over the place. B's been all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because I went to Cancun, it threw off our whole scheduling.
Let's blame that.
Yeah, no, it really was. I was like, oh, oops, sorry.
I blame Yaya. Let's all blame her.
It's okay. I don't mind being the villain to my own show.
Oh, wow. Look at her. It's the red hair.
Right? I feel it too. I'm like,
Oh, my goodness.
So,
Right.
I don't really think I have anything this. I've just been super.
You're trying to get back into the flow of things.
Yeah.
And I'm excited because I'm actually starting another business on top of my lash business.
For you.
I am excited as well. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know if many of you guys know, but I have experience in HR. I think I said that in my previous episodes. Mm-hmm. So believe it or not, I'm like, who's this hood rat? Why are they believing this hood rat? I know how to fake it, guys. I fake it. But I actually was working part-time.
Oh, you guys should hear her. Like right now, she sounds like the homegirl, right? Like, oh yeah, hey guys, hey bitches.
Yeah, what's up? I know, right? Fucking bitch.
But when we get some like real talk, her like professional part comes on, and I'm just like, her little HR comes on. I'm like, oh well, you know that you're not supposed to be doing that. Blah, blah. I'm like.
I know. I was talking to a lash client. She's like, I'm going to keep your number. I was like, oh, okay. She's like, 'cause I don't think some of the things that my employer's doing is right. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Well, I'm not a lawyer. But,
But I know a few things.
I know a few things. Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm actually going into business with my former employer. So I had a part-time job as well. And I really love them. So they own a cafe and they have other businesses too. And they're just like, you know what? I've helped them with their HR needs for over 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to be my official client.
Cool.
So, any small business owners out there who don't have an HR function, call me. Okay.
The number's going to be posted 555.
1-800 hood rat. That's what HR means. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, so that's happening. And then, of course, like I always say, I feel like I said this every episode, the lashing's still up and coming. Yeah. So I have big plans for that as well. So we've just been busy.
Busy.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you that we're about to be done season 2.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up season 2.
Yeah. And we're gonna do season 3 so we can, get some ideas and
new everything. We wanna make it fun. So season 2, I feel like we were just trying to catch up, and we're just like, we're not as season 1 was super fun, exciting, and season 2 was like a lot of growing pains. Yeah. So season 3, guys, I promise you, it's gonna be amazing. So just hang on there.
And sound guys coming back, so that's gonna be a blast.
More guests too.
Yeah. Oh, more guests. Yep. Mm-hmm. Season 3, guys, it's already happening. I'm pretty excited for that too.
But give us ideas. We always look at the comment section. So if you have any ideas for topics, let us know.
Throw it out there, or stuff that you're going through. Like
tell us.
We've had an advice. What is it? Advisor column and
advice column.
Yeah. And confessions and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So throw it in there, guys. We want to know your cheese, man. We won't throw names. We won't throw names.
We'll make fake names for everybody.
Right. Yeah. I threw some in there. But yeah, we're excited. So catch us in what? So this will be
episode 9,
and then next week we'll have 10, and then that's it. We'll go on a break.
Yeah.
Which by the way, happy May. It was 1st of May.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Lily was throwing that out there like, hey, happy May. I was like, what are your goals? I was like, what are your goals?
I should not a damn thing. No, I was kidding.
She's like, I'm gonna drink more water. I was like, oh cool.
Yeah. Honestly, my goals, fitness. I know I swear, like I've been saying this since December. But I don't know if you guys noticed, I've lost weight since we started. Okay, so but I gained a little bit back.
No, definitely. It's hard. Mm-hmm. I'm just because you've been busy, but that's good.
I haven't been able to catch up.
It is discipline though, so No, I think this month that we take off, hopefully, we can get back in the gym. Because I've been going to the gym, but I was like, you know what? I'm trying to lose weight, not gain muscle, which I want to gain muscle later. But yeah, no. I got to switch up my whole
You got to do what you got to do. And I promise you guys, and I just want to throw this out there because I'm the one that edits and, I've been dropping the ball. So I'm so sorry for my listeners and my viewers. I love you guys. Thank you for your patience. And, we need a month to just I need to rearrange our schedules. And then season 3, I'm committed to just have I want season 3 to be a bang, a party, a movie.
It's gonna be great, guys. We do have plans, so I'm excited. But I guess we'll get into that in 10 because that's the final
hoorah.
So alrighty.
So what's today's topic?
So obviously, you guys know, as we always come at the last minute. Literally, when we walk through this studio, this room,
we still don't know.
we just come. Literally, we just throw things right out. Hey, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
It's not planned. It's just, I don't know.
Which we're going to change as well. That's our goals. Lily, our goals in May.
Right. But, yeah, I think we should talk about insecurities.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think everyone has them, of course.
Of course.
We all develop them, and... Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, so
you first.
Insecurities. I feel like a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people deal with insecurities. So we can talk about it, and then how do you deal with them?
How do you cope with them?
Yeah. So for me personally, I think one of my insecurities were, well, there's a few. Like I don't know what, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I just sit there and I critic myself, just like, you're not
our worst enemy.
Yeah. I think when I was married to my husband, I think what I really felt horrible about was not receiving enough attention. Because we were always like best homies, it wasn't.
Y'all were friends.
Yeah, we were best friends.
Yeah,
like that was
basically friend besties that married each other.
Yeah. The attention wasn't really there. So sometimes I would sit there and think like, am I pretty enough? Am I like, am I a good person? Am I a good woman? Like, there would be times where in a situation, it would just get worse because over time, when you get married with someone and you just been with someone for a very long time, like, I think not that the love is not there, but like the attention and just like, we've been buddies for a while. Like it just kind of dies.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that necessarily the love died. It's just that we just stopped and we just kind of stopped caring for each other. And I do want to say that one of the insecurities was like when he would go flirt with other women, and and not, I don't think he was doing it intentionally, but it just did make me feel a certain type of way. Like, damn, like,
guys, don't do that.
And me, I'm not gonna throw a scene.
I will.
I know you would.
I'm bitches.
Yeah. So no, but I would just sit there. But I would really sit and just like, and especially because I gained weight when I had my son.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt really like, damn, like I'm not that pretty anymore.
Especially your first son. Yeah. It's a shock, right? Your body changes, your brain chemistry changes.
Oh, and then
everything
like postpartum depression. I didn't think that. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't think it was a real thing, and then I'm over here thinking like, oh my gosh, I really went through it.
I'm afraid that that's gonna happen to me. Because yes, the looks and yes, my body changing and everything, but I'm just so used to taking naps. No, I'm just so used to having like my life the way that I want it, my schedule, my time, whenever I do, the autonomy, like to be able to just do whatever, pick up and go. When you're a kid, you have to consider, okay, where am I going? Is it safe for this kid? Do I need to get the Pampers and I need to get the food and I need to get
last
this
place?
Yeah. Like, and if I don't want to eat, like if I'm not hungry, I'm like, I'm not going to make anything, whatever. But with kids, you're like, no, what do you want?
I was like you. I didn't need to eat. Like, I don't need to eat right now.
Yeah. I can go, like if you're not hungry, you're not hungry.
No. When you have a kid, it's like, oh, damn, I got to get
Chicken
up.
Nuggets, French fries.
Yeah. Like, and then if he's not satisfied, he's still like,
yeah, and then they're like your cheeklet, which is cute, but then after
like
I'm like,
duckling, yeah,
I'm like, get in your crib.
Nah. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I just want to take a shit peacefully. Like, leave me alone.
You see, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, but going back to insecurities, yeah, like as a woman, everyone has insecurities, men and women alike. But I just feel like women, of course, especially with social media, it's out there. Like I always see, especially with women who have kids and they're like influencers, the bounce back is very important. Like, look at me. I lost this much in a month.
Yeah.
And I'm able to pose in a bikini. And I already know that wouldn't be my reality. Like, I don't even have any kids and I struggle to lose the weight. Like, I have the baby fat with no baby.
You need to stop. No, but you're a cat mom, so it's all good.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Fucking Kiki. Ruined my body. That bitch.
So, no, yeah, I agree. And then, there's other things too. Like, I feel like family or friends, like, especially in a Hispanic home.
Oh yeah, my God.
They be pointing out your insecurities.
They give you nicknames based on your.
Can you believe that? Yeah, like gordo or like
prieta, sombra. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys. And I think that's why we're not so, well, I feel like that's why I'm not so sensitive, because my family is horrible.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think it's just everybody, honestly, to be honest, I feel like Mexican women or Hispanic women that grew up, they're just tougher because their moms were tougher on them.
Yeah.
I grew up with my grandma, no filter, like, media tontita, like she'll just say little things. Hey, boba, come here. Yeah. Or I remember I would call like, oh, go to these. And I would look over and I was like a little chunky kid. And they're like, what? I'm like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. But
it just makes me laugh too, because you ever see like that one relative that's insulting, a nephew or a daughter, like you just said, hey, gorda, ven pa acá, and like the tia's like 60 pounds
I know,
more, and it's
come
like,
on.
oh, tia, come on, like,
come on, Patsona. I'm just kidding.
Make sure your plate's clean before you go.
Exactly. Make sure the scale don't go past 200 before you start calling anyone.
Come back.
Go take that on. I'll take a lap. But yeah, like I think that insecurities come from childhood experiences, from bullying, growing up and just not being sure of yourself. But how to like deal with that day in day. Some people may not even ever get over it. They just stay with that person. And I read a book a while back, and I forgot what it's called, but I'll list it. It's called like Confidence, something, finding your confidence. Girl, I read that book and that's how my whole life changed. Like the lashing started, everything started.
You should probably hand me that book.
The reason why I mentioned that book is because as I got older, I started to become harder on myself, because if I'm not doing things, I'm a bum in my head. That's my insecurity. If I'm not productive, I put myself down. What are you doing with your life? Like, you're such a loser. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I've learned in that book. It's called The Mean Girl. It's your mean girl in your voice. And you need to tell that mean girl to go away and be like, you are doing it. Just because you don't have what you want right now, you did something today that contributed to what is going to happen in the future. And I just live day by day. Day by day.
Nice. That sounds like a really.
I'll give you the book, and then also I'll put the book if you can put it in the bio.
Okay.
And it's more geared towards women, but hey, my men can also learn a couple of things as well.
No, yeah, I think that it's very important, because you need to have that clear mindset too. I feel like like we said, you're your own
worst enemy. Yeah,
worst enemy, and it's just it sucks, because I've been, especially like these couple of years, I've been very like hard on myself, thinking like it was me, or like, but if I really look back on my crazy times, I don't want to say that it was, but it really wasn't. Like, I'm sitting there like, damn, like a lot of things could have been different because it started with my insecurities. Yeah. And it's crazy. It's like a snowball that finally just started piling up.
It got bigger and bigger and then knocked you down.
Yeah. But I think it's very important that we need to take a step back and just sit there and actually figure out, how do you fix these insecurities? Like, how do you get over the depression, the anxiety, the just not feeling so great? Like, what do you do when you're having that?
I'm a big believer in like manifesting or writing, journaling. And when I say manifesting, I'm not saying like be great. I have Post-it notes all over my mirror in my bathroom, and I write down, I am great. I am beautiful. I am successful. I am strong. It's a lot of Post-it notes of I am. And I read it every day because I'm getting ready in the mirror, and I'm like, I am. That's why, like, no matter what, and I know I've gained so much weight. I've never been this heavy in my life. And it started like, it was like maybe a year ago. I started to be like, am I ever going to go back? Because I always told myself, oh, I look good when I'm skinny. Just wait on it, right? Like once I lose this panza, ain't no chance, right? That's what. Right. And I go, this is not the real me. This is just a fat suit I have on, right? And it took a while. I'm like, okay, this is not age plays a part too. And I'm like, okay, this is not working out. And I'm like, oh, well, you know what? I'm just giving up. I'm just going to eat whatever. Who cares? You know? And I started feeling like going into a cycle of, where like I'm just being mean to myself and giving up on myself. And I almost lost myself here in California.
Really?
I almost did. I just didn't know, where am I going? What am I doing? My life was on pause. I felt like, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, this was before the lash business. This was before anything that I think this was before the podcast too, right? We weren't doing anything. Yeah.
And so you kind of gave me hope to be like, okay, I can do stuff, right? So I think to get over things, you don't really get over it. You just silence that mean girl, that inner mean girl, that inner mean boy in your head, and just like, get out of my head.
Yeah.
And then I literally, like, it's like a visual thing where I say, I'm going to be in a little space in my head where I am great. Yeah. And I start picturing the person that I want to be. That's what's manifesting is. You picture your life where you want it to be. And I just play this movie in my head, what I'm going to be. And believe it or not, my life right now is what I've manifested. And that goes down to even Saul, believe it or not.
Nice.
Even my cat. I manifested my cat. I know it sounds weird, guys.
I believe it. Yeah.
It sounds crazy.
Because I remember when we first started this podcast, and that you wanted to do lashing, and you know, we wanted to do the podcast, and you kept saying manifest it, you know, and boom, like, you are on a nonstop schedule. Like, your schedule is booked, and it is crazy. And
I'm every day. I have not had no day off.
Yeah. And I just, you know, like, watching you and Saul be together, and like your cat, and I just feel like everything is coming together for you. Yeah. And I'm very happy for you, because you really just went in there and handled it. And I was like, oh my God.
And this is where I bring up social media, because of course I post all the great stuff, right? I post and that's why everybody knows, like, oh, you've been busy. Nobody knows, around January, early February, I've had, like, every week breakdowns, just like telling what am I doing? What am I doing? This is this is not me. Yeah. I'm not good at this.
I remember when you got upset because your former bosses, they were telling you, like, oh, we got to give you, not let you go, but you have to go on part-time. And you were devastated. And I was like, babe, but this is, you know, like, but so you have to remind yourself, like, hey, there's a bigger goal to this. Yeah.
Your life is sifting for this purpose. Like, today I picked up my final check from my bosses.
Oh, I know.
So it's like, but they chose to cut me off. Like, I mean, like, they gave me you know, they're like, okay, we want to venture off as a business partner with you. So everything's a freaking blessing, you know, just because you got reduced hours, or you got fired, or something didn't go right. It's meant for something else. You're going to be where you're supposed to be. Yeah.
You kind of have to, I feel like you have to sit there too and think about it, like, wow, imagine if this didn't happen, I wouldn't be here, you know, because I think it would have took longer for you to, grow your lash business if you were still full-time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, no, that's true. I mean, when am I going to take people in at 7 p.m.?
Right. So and it takes a while, you know. So I just think that you have to, like, now you can sit there and think, like, okay, this happened for a reason, and now we're here. Like, you are in a better spot than what, months ago,
and not even that long ago, girl. And I can say that now, but I'm still not where I want to be. However, I'm just happy that I took the step, you know, and I think going back to just making sure that, you know, to the viewers too, you know, whatever your insecurities are, they're always going to be there. They're always going to be there. You're going to have doubt. You're going to have all this stuff, but it's all about how you overcome that, and only you can, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? I want to applaud you for that, because you honestly, again, guys, if B would have just sat there, let's say you didn't even do nothing. Right. Let's say you didn't even get on this podcast. You didn't do the lash business. You would still be in the same spot. Right. But the fact that you're a go-getter, you had a plan. You decided, you know what? I need to stop being my worst enemy and just go for it. And you did, you know, and that's where a lot of people get confused. Like, success is not going to come knocking on the door.
Right. You don't just sit there and be like, I'm going to manifest. I have a car tomorrow.
Yeah, no, you
gotta
get up,
you have to
you gotta
work
for
towards
it.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, you just
Yes.
gotta. I think you just have to play mind tricks with yourself.
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
Yeah.
like manifesting is what you make it. You know,
Yeah.
home is where you make it. But manifesting is what you make it. You gotta also do the work. You can't just be like, I'm gonna be a billionaire by the end of this year, and then write it down a post-it note and be like, okay, when when my money gonna come in,
I'll post it, sleep with it. Like,
I know, right? You gotta put in the work to do that. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm still in the beginning stages. Believe it or not, I'm
and you
still
know what?
not there.
That's the hardest part too, because that's the struggle for me, where I have to figure out like, okay, I know I have all these things that I want to do. It's just I need to stop making excuses and just be disciplined. Like, okay, there's a lot of things I want to do. For my insecurities, it's like, we already talked about the relationship part, but like not being successful, I had a house, I don't have one anymore.
Right.
I have to start from the bottom, but it's like this week I have just been like talking to God, and I was like, okay, so check it out. Like, we're at the bottom, but that doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
You know how I
Exactly.
am.
Yeah.
You know that I'm a go-getter. I just need to figure out like certain things of my life before I can get where I need to get.
Right.
And it's funny, we were talking about, things that we don't even realize. So I got a call from my son's doctor yesterday. This is kind of a little bit off topic, but I got a call from the doctor, Dr. Lou, and she was telling me like what my son needs. He is autistic. They did tell
Officially.
me. Yeah, he's on the spectrum. We don't know. We'll know more when he's a little older.
Okay.
But that he's going to need all kinds of, I got to put him back to speech therapy, motor skills. I got to schedule in schooling and I got to reach out to some programs as well. So he is going to be all booked. Now, I sat there and I thought to myself like, wow, I feel like God made me quit my mechanic job.
Oh yeah.
Because it was from 9 o'clock all the way to 6, 7 or 8. And there was just no way. I was taking him back and forth when I was at work. Like, and I feel like I would get in trouble because I would stop what I was doing to go take my son, to go drop him off, to go put him back. Like it was just a whole chaotic thing. And I felt like God was telling me, you got to let go of this job. Like, it's not happening anymore.
It was draining you.
Yeah, it was draining
in
me.
In all kinds of ways.
It was just taking my happiness away as well. So I was like, you know what, God, all right, if this is your will, let's do it. So I quit. I went back as a service advisor thinking that I was making the right choice again. But it's like, God was telling me, this is not your home anymore. Let it go. And I was just like, when you don't want to let something go and because you're scared.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So I let it go. And then I got a job at a really good company. And my schedule it's completely different. It's from 5 in the morning to 1:30. Now I realized, as the doctor is explaining to me, like, your son's going to need all this stuff, I realized, like, wow, that was the reason I needed the schedule change, because now I can do all of that with him to still make sure that he's going to be okay, And then the cool part, too, is that she was telling me, like, some parents do sacrifice their careers to make sure that their kid is set. And, there are programs for you to, that the government will help you pay your bills. Yeah. And I was just kind of grateful, because I was like, damn, like finally I'm getting some answers, because at first you don't think about it. Like, why is this happening and this and that? But then it's like, boom, like, oh, this is all coming together. And, I'm really grateful that I'm going to be able to set Angel to a better spot and just get him figured out, because I don't want him backed up. Like, my son doesn't speak. He'll say a few words here and there, but for his age, he should already be making sentences, and he's not.
Yeah.
So, as a parent, it's just some things that you need to do. Like, I have to sacrifice what my dreams for right now. But then it made me think, like, I don't think God wants me to work for somebody, like he wants me to be an entrepreneur,
be a sugar baby,
and figure out a plan, because I've also been taking lash clients here, and I've with the podcast and then the book and all this other stuff.
But one thing I do want to say is, if you do want to venture out, and this is for anybody else, is like, make sure that that's what you want to do, because it's only going to produce happiness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If, so just making sure that what area you go into, it's really what you want to do, So, but that's cool. Like, I like that. That's super
so
cool.
I'm pretty grateful. I think that although I did have a lot of insecurities, I feel like slowly I'm building myself back up. I do feel like that you know, my relationship with God has gotten way more better. I have more self-love than I've ever had in my entire life. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm good with that. Like, my peace came to me. I'm moving forward. I'm having like more ideas of, oh, you know what? You need to put this on your list. You need to put that on your list. Like, there's so many things that I have that I'm very talented, and I'm like, what are you waiting for? Let's do this, you know? So, but for me personally, I feel like just for me personally, it's going to church was just an eye opener. It brought me a lot of peace.
Yeah.
Now, in order for everybody else, of course, you know, insecurities, some people go to the gym, you know, that's something that
I wish I could be like that.
me too. Me too.
Like, oh, I have some insecurities. Let me just work it out in the gym. No, hell no.
Yeah, no. And it's crazy because, like, I don't, sound guy over there, you know, he'll get up and he'll run like 10 miles.
See, I'm not even a runner.
I'm
like,
just like, bro. He was telling us, like, hey, we should all do a marathon.
I know. And I'm all like, yes, let's do it. But I'm like, wait a minute. Who am I? I forgot.
Like,
I forgot who the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, wait. Do I have to run? I was going to get a wagon, and then you just pull me.
I'm just going to get a taxi.
It helps you out at a taxi.
Meet you guys over there. But yeah, no, what else is there to fix on insecurities?
Oh, so for more insecurities, we talked about body image, then your like the mean girl in your head of like making sure that you like if you're not productive, you beat yourself down.
I feel like that too. I feel like if you become lazy, it brings you down as much. Again, I don't know if you're in the same boat with me, but I've never been a depressing person. I've always been super happy. You know,
Same.
There was a time where my friend group would tell me like, sunshine, like you just bring sun to us, you know, because they're depressing people.
Oh, I know. I'm with the Eeyore.
That
you know
a
what?
little nickname.
Honestly, like, so too, like, he's been so much better in terms of outlook, and things are coming to him. And it's all about putting out positivity.
I just don't think he's the little Eeyore anymore. Like, he graduated out of that so long ago. Because
he's Tigger.
Yeah. A little hyper.
I know, right? ADD.
Because every time I talk to him, he's just in such a better place than he was many years ago. And I'm just like, damn, I want to be like that guy when I grow up.
I know, right? What are you taking, sir? Okay. What kind of drugs you on?
Share. What are you?
But also, too, I think, you know what really helps, and I have never done this, and I've been wanting to go, is therapy.
Oh,
and I think everyone should take therapy or should be in therapy, not just because you're going through something. Just I feel like everyone in general should be in therapy.
I think every Hispanic needs to go to therapy.
Yeah.
No,
wow, okay, wow, come at us.
It's because you ever hear those things where it's like, if they're roasting you or if they're always joking about themselves, it's because it's a call for a cry for help.
You know
or
what?
something.
That's me. I do. It's called self-defecating, but I poke fun at myself. Like I just do it. That's my humor. Like I don't take myself seriously. I'm always like, oh yeah, I'm the big back bitch. I'm talking about like, you know what I mean? Like
should be go home and like, bitch, I can't believe you said that about me. Like,
I know, right?
Girl, like one-on-one.
I am that. But yeah, I mean, it's just my humor. I always just joke and do that stuff, but sometimes I'm like, no, I'm just kidding.
Imagine like.
But what other insecurities can someone have? Like, so insecure.
I think insecurities with friends too. Like, if you put yourself in a bad crew.
Oh yeah,
especially like, you know what I mean? Like,
there's some girl groups that like they're just mean to each other.
Yeah,
that's not like, a girl group, girl.
Oh, I feel like
that's a gang.
Person. Gang. I feel like a person that's bullying you, that's saying that they're friends and all that, is for them to feel better about themselves.
Exactly.
And it's like,
I feel like a lot of people project their insecurities onto you or onto people because, and that just screams like when someone's unhappy or they're just mean to people. Oh, you're not happy. That's what this tells me. It tells me, oh, you're insecure about that because that's what you notice. You know, that's what you think about.
Have you ever been in a mean girl group?
Never.
Really?
Yeah. Like I don't. If you find it easy to put me down, you know, you can go and kick rocks. Like, honestly, I cut people off really easily. It's not really that hard. I'm like,
good for you.
It ain't nothing. It's, you know, but honestly, like,
but even like in like school, middle school or elementary,
I've never been bullied either.
Never. I have.
You have?
Yeah. Yeah. There was, can we talk about this really quick?
Yeah, what happened?
Okay, so there was this girl. There's two girls, right? I used to hang out with them. I don't know if I should say their names. I probably won't say their names.
No. We don't want to call.
Right. But let me just give like an example. Well, we're gonna call this girl. I don't know. Give me two names, V.
Oh, let's say
Jenna,
Melissa.
Melissa and Jenna.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jenna was like a really cool friend with me, and then Melissa was. I think she was a grade older, and she was really, really like cool. At first, we were all like, "Oh, kumbaya, let's all be friends,
besties."
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Like Melissa just decided to turn around and be like, "You need to carry my books." And I'm like thinking, because, I was a very sweet girl. I was like, okay, I'll carry your books. That's fine. So there I go, And then she would be like, oh, well, I want to. Oh, because I would sit down. When we would sit down, I got a spot where it was really cool. Like, I think we had show and tell or whatever. And she would be like, I want to sit there. And I'm like, but I got the spot first. And then she's like, oh, I thought I was your best friend. That's why you were holding it for me. Oh. And I would just be like, well, I'm gonna be a bad friend if I don't get up. Oh my! So I would get up like a mensa, and then she would sit down, and then there would just be like times where she would just like, ew, like I don't like your outfit, just things like that. And as a I don't know why as a little girl I would just think like, oh, she's probably just looking out for me. Maybe my outfit is yeah. So as time went by, I was just kind of thinking like, I was just, I don't know. Oh, and then it was horrible because when we had like little awards, my mom and dad would show up. She would be like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Like my best friend got an award. And then, my mom not even like, because she played it really well, like in front of family and actual friends that looked.
Oh my God.
She played it really well.
Was it middle school or high school?
I think it was middle school. Yeah.
Wow. At that age, she's probably a freaking narcissist right now.
Well, tell me why the last straw. This is when I took it for like a good year, but the last straw, I remember it so clearly. Aww. I was on my lunch, right? My little lunch and everything. And I picked the peanut butter and jelly. I was super excited for this peanut butter and jelly. And I had my milk and everything. And she comes up. And I don't know what the hell her deal was. She comes up. She grabs her milk. Because I had opened my peanut butter and jelly and it was ready to be eaten. And she like pours her milk all over my peanut butter and jelly. And she got it super soggy. And then she's like, now you can have it with both. And she really just laughed. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I got so mad. And I literally got up and I just threw it away. I didn't even say nothing to her. And then Jenna was like, I think you went too far, And then she was trying to talk to me because I was over there. This is when tetherball was a huge thing.
Oh, my God.
I was over there wanting to play, but I didn't want to go with them because I was really annoyed what she did to me, that I ended up just kicking pebbles. And tell me why, when I kicked a pebble, it literally shot on her eye. And it went, mwah. And then this bitch, she went up to the aide and she was like, she hit me on purpose. She threw pebbles at me on purpose. And so the aide literally grabbed my arm and she was like, you're not supposed to be doing that. Like, you don't know the respect. And like, she went off on me. And I'm just like, being the sweet girl that I am, I was like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. So then I got sent to the principal's office. What? And then right there and then it's all a blur. I don't remember what happened.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they called my mom. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, that girl, bitch. Sorry.
Wow.
But yeah, so I ended up telling Rebecca about what had happened. And then she went to she treated her pretty badly. You know, like she kind of outcasted her, which.
Good.
I mean, karma comes around. So, yeah. But I feel like it kind of just, now that I'm older, maybe she had a lot of insecurities to be picking on people like me, or maybe she was just a mean girl. I don't know.
It could be both.
Yeah. So I try to see the positive side. Maybe she was insecure because when we got older, like she just seemed very alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you still, does she follow you on social media?
No. I have no contact with her because I really didn't want none of that in my life anymore. Good. So once I had enough, I just went away, and I think that's when I met Lily.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, F that girl. Was it Jenna or was it Melissa?
It was Melissa that day. Melissa. Yeah.
Melissa.
So, again, I think it just depends on how you deal with it. I also feel like there's also bad ways of dealing with insecurities and good ways of dealing with it. Some people use alcohol to like feel better, or use people to feel better, or like with Melissa, or even relationship wise, you're broken from a past relationship or from a broken home that you use that to you put someone else in charge to like make me feel better, you know, like, and that's not how it should be.
Right.
You need to go in and self-love first so you can gain that. Now, what you said made sense. Like, your insecurities aren't going to go away. You know, you're always going to have that doubt, like,
it's human nature.
But it's you like picking it out, like, hey, relax, cut that out.
I know, right?
Move forward, you know?
Shut your mouth.
So, yeah, that's what I think about it. But
yeah, well, I think, you know, insecurities, like you said, we have to learn to cope with them. And if you guys are going through anything, you know, and let us know. No, just kidding. No, I am going to put that book out there because it's like,
throw it in the cheesemate box.
Yeah, I know, right? Put it in the cheesemate box and we'll read it and we'll, like, you know.
No, yeah, I guys, let's stop doing that. It's because I know a couple people that you can tell that there's a lot of insecurities, and then they think that they're good, but it's like, oh no, baby, like, you're not okay, you know? And it just sucks because it's like, I sit there and I'm like, do I go confront them, leave them alone?
No,
like, that's not my business, you know? Journey. So I'm just kind of like, okay, well, they need to figure it out, which is not always a bad thing because sometimes those make you stronger as well. But I also feel like it could also just cause, like, some people don't even know, you know? I don't know if that's happened.
Yeah,
like, they don't know that they have insecurities, or that's where it's coming from, and then they do certain things, and it's like, what? Like, yeah. So
it's all about their upbringing too. Like, if they know how to identify that, and, you know.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it. I don't really got nothing else. I'm dry on that topic.
Me too.
So, guys, this was episode 8. Thank you for tuning in on Chillin' and
Chismeando.
I'm Yaya.
And I'm B.
See you guys later.
Bye.